Petra, I just want to know like what's this trading partnership?
Yeah, I told you in the first class, right? Like trading partners, where organizations will have partners, they'll give that like buckets, GCS buckets and all will be there, right? Are you aware of that?
You mean like some vendor kind of stuff?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they'll place that in that buckets like clouds and all. They'll place that there, and from there you have to take it to your local and then process it here. So that is trading partners. Yeah, you were asking, right? This is how the Salesforce operation when you import any connection. This is how you get it. Okay. There you are specifying in connector action. You are specifying action and what action should be done. And in object, you are loading that object from. In connection, you will configure that that object is loaded. When you say import, that connection details will be loaded into this object. Okay, all these details after that only you will get. Once you import whatever the connection you have configured, from there it will be Boomi connectivity will happen, and then in operation those fields will be loaded into operation. Okay.
So in action it will be query.
Yeah, in action it will be query because you are what does query do is it limits specific number of records to return. From the connection what you have given, it limits the specific. Like say for example, you have there they have given a query limit as 5. Okay. It will return records. All the records. Only 5 records will be returned to the process at once. Okay, it is pulling 5 records and performing operations, mentioned operations on that 5 records and pulling it into the process. Usually, if you are not giving any query limit, it's default -1, and -1 returns all matching specifications. Whatever the in connection you have mentioned, it will return all the matching specifications. Okay. Usually, this feature, why we use this query limit and query is that it is used for testing and limiting. Like large data migrations might happen, right?
Yeah.
At that time, it is used for testing or for limiting for to certain extent. At once, only these many queries should be pulled off. It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the logical operations. You are aware of that, right? And operation or operation. That logical operations they are mentioning here. What should be done? Here it is. They have mentioned logical operation as and in filter name they have given name like it is it is searching in the in field they have mentioned name. In operator they have mentioned like. So what it is doing is it is searching whenever you're connecting. In connector you have mentioned the Salesforce database, for example. From there what this logical and operation is doing is it is searching in the field of name field. It is searching, and likewise what are similar names are there, it is listing out. How many queries are run out once here? 5 queries. Response profile is they are picking the input from this account query response. Whatever they have loaded in connector, that is loaded from this account table. It is filtering all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this response profile is like table.
Yeah, table from where the connector is connected.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you do that connector configuration, and then you name it something whatever related to. See, in Boomi, naming should always be related, because once you develop, for example, you leave the job or I am continuing with that integration. At that time, I should be able to understand what you have done, where you are pulling it from. So it should always be relatable.
Okay.
Okay, so they have named it here SF get like. Salesforce operation SF get like, that means Salesforce, you are getting likewise names, similar names, you are tabling it into one column. It's like that. Okay, it is naming like that, and then you say import, and when you have configured connector connection properly, then all these details will be loaded by itself.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Shakti?
No, Chaitra.
Okay, let's start with try and catch. Today we must complete this try and catch, and if possible, I'll try to complete error handling techniques also and validation techniques in Dell Boomi.
Okay.
Okay.
Chaitra, can we have this try catch block for today?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Okay.
having meeting in around 9 o'clock in office. So I have to reach.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. At what time should I end the session? If you tell that, I'll plan accordingly.
7:45 is mentioned.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. First, let me start with why do we use try and catch block? What do you think? Why do we use try and catch block?
If there is any error is happening in between the process.
Yeah, the actual process is running in the try block and the errors are loaded in the catch block. Okay, what does this try and catch do in Dell Boomi is that it captures all the document level errors. Like, for example, you are loading one document in the start shape and it is moving there. If there is any error in document, the further process will not happen. It will directly process that to the catch block. Okay, the same way how we do in Java code and all, try block, catch block, that is how we do. Which fails, I mean, whatever documents it is failed during execution, that will be loaded in the try and catch shape. Okay.
Okay.
It captures that and keeps that, and if we add, I'll come to that later. If we add retry count there, the process will be like loop. It is like loop. It will be running. Okay, until how many times you have set the retry count, that much times it will be running. Okay. Always try and catch should be placed after the start shape, because if you're placing it somewhere else in the code, I mean somewhere else in the process, it is of no use, because at start some documents might get failed. At that time, it is of no use placing it somewhere else. You can place it somewhere else wherever you feel like the error might occur here. Like start shape and all, it will be moving smoothly. No errors could occur there. So let's say for example in branch, after set properties, you can add try and catch block. If you feel there is no error occurrence here anywhere else in the process, only there it might cause error. That there you can place this try and catch block. Okay.
Okay.
Usually, like whatever the developers we do is that we always place the try and catch block before the main processing shapes. Wherever the main processing starts, right, before that only we'll place the try and catch block, just in case if there is any error occurrence, it will be stored there and the retry count could happen. That is why it should always be placed before the main shapes, like right after the start shape or right after the message map shape here. Okay, before map shape only we should place actually, because like your organization might say there is no errors causing in between, so you place it here only, then you can place it there only. If not, if you are doing it from scratch, always a try and catch shape should be before the main processing shapes. From where the main processing starts, before that only try catch should be placed. Okay.
Okay.
What does difference in try and catch is all the documents which are flowing to try path are processed. Okay, all the failed documents in try path, whatever try path is sending as failed, that is coming down and caught down in the catch path. Okay.
Okay.
And designs, I mean, how we can design this try and catch shape is we can do advanced logging. I showed you right after process, it shows you errors.
Okay.
Like while testing the process first day, there was error, but it couldn't start off because there was start shape wasn't configured. Yeah, there down it was there like logs, right? There you can see advanced level logging. Okay, if after try and catch block, after placing try and catch block, in catch block, if you place like message or notify or one more thing is scroll down. One more thing is there. Message or notify or yeah, add to catch. You can do that. There, what it is happening is message shape will send emails. Notify shape is sending warnings. Okay, after every catch block, you should place this recommended. Okay, it is recommended to place these two shapes, especially message and notify. Okay, yeah, in catch block. Just in case if anything goes wrong, how much time do you add loops? Like usually we add retry counts for 5. Usually that is like minimum. We added 5. So if you're not adding the try in try catch block, if you're not adding message or notify shape, what it is happening is it is retrying until 5 times and sending it that process has failed, because you don't get any notification or any emails regarding that failure. So how will you get to know that it is a failure? So it is recommended. So it is, I mean, advanced level loggings can be done in catch block using these shapes. Okay. This try and catch block, I told you, right? It yesterday you were asking about like how it can be resumed from there only. Okay. See, this try and catch block, what it does is it prevents the process level failures. In case if any document fails, it will come to, it will process entire try block before coming to catch block. Okay. It will go entire in the try block and see if there any processing happens, it will be moved further. If not, it will come back in the same path and come to catch block again. Okay, that is there. So you can resume. Let's say for example, try block, it is failed and come back and it is stored in the catch block. Okay. There, if you resume the process by going to the manage tab and process reporting, there you will show, there it will be showing an error. So there, if you select that filter and say resume the process, it will be resumed from there again. Again, 5 retry counts can be done. Okay. And yeah, in catch block, as I have already told, this message and notify shape will capture the exception, whatever the error it is, whatever the message you have set inside the, when you add a message shape, no, there, whatever the message you have set, that will be sent to an email. Okay. Yeah. In try and catch shape, we can always retry the failed documents. Like I said, in catch block, it will be stored. Whenever you say retry, there you can retry the failed documents. You can also set from this. No, now add one try and catch block. I will show you practically in logic. Yeah. See, this is for display name and retry count. Retry count can be set from 0 to 5. 5 is like the maximum. Okay, 5 times you can set. Okay, and retry count, what it defines is it defines the maximum number of times, how many times a file documents is retired. Okay, through the main series. How many times this can be retried. Okay, it is set from 0 to 5 only. 5 is the maximum. The retry count option, what it does is, let's say for example, it is failed at 0. It will not immediately try to process 1. It will wait for some time. Sorry, Shakti, there was some disturbance. Okay. Okay. What does this retry count is? After 0, it will not immediately start off with 1. Okay, it will give it some time for the process. Let's say, for example, the source team will place the document at 7:17. Okay, the process, you have scheduled the process to start at 7:17. Okay. That time the document, they failed to place the document at the exact time. The source team failed to place the document at the exact time. So this retry count, if you're doing immediately, they might take some time, right? The source team might take some time to place the file. For example, if they have missed and you have to inform them that the process is failed at the first count, and then they have to place that file, it is some time taking. So one good option in this Boomi is it will not retry immediately once it is failed. It will wait for a minute and then it will start. Okay, like that we have timings for timings from 0 to 5 retry counts. I'll tell that exact timings afterwards. Okay,
Okay.
like after 0 it will start, wait for 1 minute. After first failure it will wait for 2 minutes. Like that it is there. Okay,
Okay.
it is pausing. For example, I could say it is pausing between the retries.
Okay.
Okay, from one count to other count, it will pause and then start retry.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What is the retry schedule in this is the 0. If the retry count is 0, the document is not retired only. If there is any error, it will send an email or the inbound document to you, and that process is failed. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. If you set it as 1,
Hmm.
what it is doing is after 0th failure it will send you a warning. If if you are setting the retry account to 5 retry count to 5, then you should always add notify shape in after the catch shape. Okay,
Okay.
because notify is just like a warning, sending you warning.
Mhm.
So you should add, if you are setting it retry count as 0 to 1 to 5 somewhere else, then you should add notify shape after catch block. I mean, that is how it is recommended, because that is how it will be useful. Simply sending emails to everybody doesn't work. It should just notify the person. If then also they are not taking any action, then you should set an exception shape or message shape.
Okay.
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 After, if you have set it to 1, retry set it to 1, it will first retry immediately occurs. Like first document is failed in 0 count, immediately first retry will done. No time gap will be given. First retry will be done. Okay.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
set it as 2,
Hmm.
it will wait for, if the document fails for the second time, it will wait for 10 seconds before retrying. From first retry to second retry, it will wait for 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, it will not start immediately. Only after 0, 1 is starting immediately.
Mhm.
2 will not start immediately. If the document fails for the second time, it will start after 10 seconds. Retrying will be started after 10 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, you are not setting these timings and all. It is inbuilt in Boomi. Okay,
Okay.
you are not able to set these timings or like how much time it should take to second retry and all. It is inbuilt in Boomi.
Mhm.
Okay, for third time, it is waiting for 30 seconds.
Oh.
Okay. For fourth time, the system will wait for 60 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. For fifth time, the system will wait for 120 seconds. Like that, however, the client customization is required, like that you can set the retry account.
Hmm.
Always place a notify shape after the catch block or the message shape after the catch block. However, your client requirement is there, like that you have to set. Okay,
Okay.
because catch block without next any shape, without that shape, it will not notify you or you will not know that the process is failed.
Hmm.
So yeah, drop down that failure trigger. Yeah, see, in this process, in this try and catch block, what you're doing is you're only seeing document errors if you set it as document errors. In case
Okay.
there is any failure with regards to document, only that will be logged.
Mhm.
If you set all errors, all the process errors will be logged in this try and catch block.
Okay.
Okay, the two options in this failure trigger. Okay, and yeah, in document errors, the following, I mean, whatever the errors you are getting are not captured as failure. I mean, the trigger failure, you have set the retry count, right?
Okay.
Until that, it will not, until that retry count maximum, it has reached 5 attempts, until that, it will not show it as error, trigger error, okay?
Mhm.
All errors will be like, it will be capturing every single error in that,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Document errors, only document errors, and but still not the first error will be logged. It will try for 5 times and then logging. I mean, it will be logged, but it will not notify you until the retry count maximum limit is reached.
Okay.
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 Yeah. In try and catch path, what is the, this is about the try path, whatever you are doing in the try path. Okay, when it comes to catch path, no, what it is doing, it is capturing the whatever the source is there, it is capturing that to reprocess. after this, whatever you have given the source data, right? That data will be stored in cache block also, because whenever the document fails and comes to cache block, it should reprocess. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, you can add a notify shape, that is like targeted notification. Only to the developer you should send a notification, or only to the support team you should send a notification that you can add.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, you can close this, cancel this Shakti, and add a message shape or notify shape there. See, you can enter the error message. Okay. Combine documents into single message. If many documents are failed, everything logged can be combined into single document and sent it as message. Or if you don't select this option, every single document failure will be sent to you as a message.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Scroll down. Yeah, here you can add the variables, like for example, subject like description, what variables is failing, extra details you can add it here, or you can click on the plus symbol and add a table there where that this thing can be yeah, static values can be given. You see, you can add the cross reference lookup there. What it happen is, it is entering the data from the taking the data from the database. Okay. Okay. Connector call. These are all other options you can try and use. Okay. Okay. Static is like you are setting the data, whatever it is, what your value you are setting, that will be given in the error message. Okay. Okay. Cancel. And cancel this one. Now bring a notification. See, this is sending message. Notify is like sending a warning. Yeah, see, it is just sending information or warning or error. You have three options. Display. This title will be the, what title should be the error title, that will be given here. Display name for your reference inside the Boomi process. This display name works. If you are not giving any display name, the title will be given there. Okay. Yeah, you can set new message level is there. Only sending information or warning or error. You have three options here. Okay. And the no error message can be typed here. Okay. Yeah. And okay. Yeah. One more thing. You can add decision or route also. Cancel. In this cache block only, you can add decision shape or route shape. I will tell you what is decision and route shape in further classes. I will just brief you out. Okay. What this decision do? I think we have spoken about decision, like adding decisions, like moving from, you will have two paths. Add a decision shape. I'll show you. You'll add two paths. One will be if else, like it is like if else statement. Okay. No, it is in logic. No, whatever logics you are adding, that will be in logic tab. Whatever executions you want to do, that will be in execute tab. Okay. Okay. Add a decision shape. We'll discuss about decision and route in separate class. I'll just brief you out now. It's already 7:30. Okay. See, what is the first value? You can add decision shape in try catch block also. How? In the sense, you can add the first value here. If in case errors will have, like you say, for example, errors will be there like two types. Okay. That time what you're doing, first value you will set it as first type of error. If this first type of error is there, do this action. If this second type of error is there, do this action you are choosing, and you are sending it to, again you are sending it for reprocessing. That also can be done. Route shape can be done. If there is like you can't retry the document again, you can add a route shape and send it as error one side, and another you can route it again back to the try block. Okay, that also can be done. Route shape. Yeah. And you can also call a sub process there. I'll tell you how the sub process and all works. That is in different syllabus module. When we come to that module, we'll discuss. You can also add a sub process inside the catch block.
Okay. And Chaitra, what is the, what is this first value, Chaitra?
Like if else, like you have used if else statements.
Mhm.
If this is the value, then that thing will happen. If else value, second value will be given. Here you can use the comparisons between the first value and the second value.
You
So
mean
drop down the
inside the
comparison.
data, inside the file data, Chaitra?
No. See, Shakti, whenever you are building an integration, unless you have the access to the file or the clients give you the access to the file, you have no access to data inside the file.
Okay.
It is always with the file size, file name, and the process how the file is moving or the name of the file.
Okay.
Like say for example, you can append like whatever you want. You can append to the name of the file, or you can delete from the name of the file, or you can. I mean, you cannot change the size of the file in
Okay.
ways
Okay.
because it is always from the source.
Yeah.
Whoever is the source, they are sending it. This is one thing which is mandatory, that you cannot change anything inside the file. I mean, data inside the file, unless clients want you to do that and you have access to that. Usually ESB, the integration team, the middleware team, whoever is doing this integrations, doesn't have the access to inside the file. Okay, they'll just place it at one end and you are taking it from there and sending it to the destination end. You will also not, the destination is not, I mean, the destination what you're setting is also not the final destination. Okay, from there somebody team is picking it up and doing some other modifications, and then there is like a huge process.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in between, just between, you are placing in whatever source they are placing, you are picking the file from there and just placing it in the destination. And in between the process, you can do modifications with the file name or adding date, appending the date to that, or removing the date, whatever it is there. Like say for example, your clients are in Australia. Okay, you are working from India. That time you will be working in Indian timings. They will be working in Australian times, but they want their file to be in Australian timings only. That turn all can be changed using the append shape, map shape. There you can map the file name to other thing, and you can do the changes with the file names. Unless the client is giving you option or they want it to be changed, unless you will not have this um, access to inside the data inside the file. Sorry, data inside the file.
Okay.
Okay, anything with try and catch block?
Nothing, Chaitra. Because
Okay, can we start?
this, I was confused while saying this. Those values, the definition given below decision shape.
Yeah, I'll come to the decision shape. At that time, I'll give you a practical example and then I'll explain it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you are familiar with if-else shape, that is similar to decision shape.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll come to that and I'll tell you with a practical example. Now, if you have any doubts with try and catch block, you can ask.
No, Chaitra.
Okay, can we move on to validation or can we end the session?
It will take time, Chaitra. Validation can.
Validation, I mean, if I do validation, I should continue with error handling like that only.
Okay.
Because that is linked.
Okay. So can we have this? Like we have other 10 more minutes. Like, can we? Resummary this thing, whole thing, Chaitra, what we have learned for today.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, as per my understanding, is try block should be before the main process, right, Chaitra?
Yeah, try and catch block both should be placed. I mean, it is together only. So it should be placed before the main processing. Wherever the main processing is starting, before that only you should place this try and catch block.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever the documents is flowing through the try path, they will be processed successfully. Okay. If not, it will come back and stored in the catch block or whatever shape you are setting after in the catch block, that will be done.
Okay.
Usually failed documents only will come to catch block and there. You will add in try block, you'll be configure something else and adding some other shapes, right? What actions should be performed on the documents. If that actions, that conditions are not meeting, then it will send, and then the try block will pull back the file and send it to the catch block.
Okay.
Yeah.
In catch block, we will be using a message or notify shape.
Yeah.
So
Message or notify.
notify shape is for warning kind of thing.
Warning and error logging,
Hmm.
and message shape is like sending email or sending incident. See, only message shape doesn't do that, or only notification shape doesn't do that. See, if you are configuring, or see, after notification, notify shape, for example, you're notified, you are configured the notify shape with some data like this should be happening. Okay. After that, you have to configure that with what action should be performed with this notify, whatever the data you have given, right? That data, what should be done? If you just store it there and do it, you will not, that thing will not happen. Okay. See, here you have generate platform, scroll down. You have generate platform event, right? To local atom user log, like that. It is error logs will be there, right? There it is writing. What it is doing after this, if there is no step, nothing is happening. You have to cancel this one. You have to add a connector there, like say for example database connector or FTP connector. You should add a connector there and link that errors to one database table.
Okay.
Okay, there it will be logged in the database. Okay, only notify shape doesn't do that. Like you have to try and however you have to customize however your client is asking it to. See, for example, we in our organization we usually use this connector or FTP connector where it is sending notifications to the data. Adding the rows in the database table.
Okay. For error logs.
Yeah, for error logs, it is adding it there also for further. If in case there is any emergency for further uses also, we'll store it, that data in the database.
Okay.
Okay. After that database step, we are adding stop step there. So the catch block will be stopped there.
Okay. Okay.
After error logging, we are stopping the catch block shape.
Okay.
Yeah, and try block also. We are adding whatever the processing, however the data should be processed. The file should be processed. That way we are configuring the try shape and then adding the shapes like let's say for example your client wants the try block to be like this. It is sending one document. You want the client wants that document to be converted XML to JSON, for example. You're trying to convert that data from XML to JSON in try block, and then you're adding one set property shape. Okay, what it is doing in set property shape, you are setting the document properties there. If only the document is like this, following this conditions, in these conditions only, then the further processing happens. If not, the document pushes back and comes back in the try block only and moves to catch block.
Okay.
Okay, it's like that. If you are placing, no, it's not like you are placing the try and catch block at the start. The document doesn't know like if it is an error or not. Once it goes through the try block, if any of those conditions aren't met, what you have configured in try block, any of those configurations doesn't meet, then it comes back in the try path only and then moves to catch block.
Okay.
Okay. That is how try and catch is there. See, you don't have any connections in between. It should come back in the try path and move to the catch block. Okay. In try block also you will add connectors to log the successful files. Okay. You can add. That is how we do. You can add, or if you don't want, you don't add. You'll add any other connector, or if you want the data to be sent to Salesforce back again, you can add a Salesforce connector only. Okay. And then you are saying end the process. Anywhere, if you are starting the process, if you have to add the stop shape there at the end of the process to stop the process. Okay. Okay, you build like n number of shapes, you add in between and you do a very huge process, but without end shape, it is not complete. Okay, end shape should be. Yeah. However, the start shape is mandatory. As soon as you start a process, see, you create a new process, start shape will be there and you cannot remove that. Like the same way, whatever you are starting, you should add a stop shape and stop the process there. Okay. Okay, only then the document processing will be stopped there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, Shakti?
Not that. I mean, so you told like retry count is maximum zero. I mean, minimum
5, 0 to
0 to
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 seconds. First one will not wait. It will immediately retry. Second one
I
will be
mean,
like 30 seconds.
from 0 to 1, it will be, it won't wait.
Yeah. 0. If you are setting it to 0, only once the document fails, then it will not retry.
Okay.
Okay. If you are setting it to 1, if in case 0 is failed, 1 will start immediately.
Okay.
Okay. 2 will wait for 30 seconds. 2 will wait for 10 seconds.
Okay.
3 will wait for 30 seconds. 4 will wait for 60 and 5 with 120. That is the maximum
Okay.
retries.
So this retry is inbuilt in this time frame is inbuilt in Boomi, right?
Yeah, it is inbuilt in. You cannot configure that separately. It
Okay.
is inbuilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
These questions will be asked in interview, I guess. Rachit.
Yeah. That will be asked to like mainly see interviewers doesn't go into depth. Okay, they'll
Okay.
usually ask about this shapes and logics only.
Okay.
Okay, what this is start step, like why we use the start. They not also ask how do you configure and all.
Okay.
The main thing what they ask is what does this shapes do. Okay, I'll give you all definitions of that. Okay, Shakti. By this weekend, I'll prepare a notes for you.
Okay.
Until now, what shapes I have taught, what shapes we have used, all that I'll do a document and give it to you so that you can refer that before going to an interview or like that.
Okay.
At the end of this course, I'll try to give you the interview questions also. How
Okay.
do we do these things?
Okay.
Okay, that will be helpful for you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do we need to practice any project kshetra before attending interview? Anyways,
No, Shakti, I don't think so. They'll ask you about the projects and all.
okay.
Yeah, tell them that you are done with this course. They'll give you certificate, right, from ACTE.
Yeah, even I will try to complete certification in Boomi also.
Yeah, okay, that is also fine. Yeah, and yeah, that time that certifications can be shown there.
Okay.
Yeah, they just ask basic questions only according to my knowledge, like how I have faced the interviews. That is how
Even
they.
for experience also they won't involve in much.